Men used to be able to have a wife, have their wife stay home, take care of the kids, have a family. We can't even do that anymore because things are so expensive because they know all of us are out here working. Us women, we're working instead of doing it the way that it was designed. The men work and we stayed home and did our work as women at home, making sure that our families were taken care of. That's the flex, but we gave that up because we don't want to be women. We want to be men. We do. We act like it. The way we behave, a lot of us curse like sailors, wear clothes that are not feminine at all, have bodies like linebackers. We clearly want to be men. We clearly want the things that men want.
Cheese cooking.
That's what we want. We want to take what their position is instead of us resting in our femininity, enjoying life the way it was supposed to be, enjoying the real flexes. You think that you're somebody because you making some money at work or you got a high position at work. That
No, not even that. They respect their bosses more than the man they sleep with at home every single night. Like their boss would literally tell them, "Hey Sarah, hey Shamika, hey Rose, can you get me a coffee?" And she will run. She will drop everything she's doing at the time to go make the boss a coffee, right? But as soon as the man in the house the man pays for, tells her to make him a coffee, she's not, "You're not the dad of me. You're not the boss of me. Oh, we are equal. You can make it yourself. I got two hands. You got two hands too. Why don't you make yourself a coffee? I'm not a slave." It's crazy. They respect the boss more than they respect their husbands, more than they respect their baby daddies. I'm telling you. Like the baby daddy would literally call the woman, "Hey, can you help me pick up Joshua from school because I can't make it?" And she'll be like, "I'm out with my girlfriends." But then the boss will call her at 2 a.m. and then she'll pick up his call and then she'll even drive to the office at 2 a.m. because the boss expects her to write some later, do some office shit by 8 a.m. Crazy.
makes you a woman, huh? Right? Right, dude? Since that's what you want to be? No. Meanwhile, our kids are failing in fat. Our kids can't even read. They can't write. They don't know any languages. They can barely speak the English language. A lot of them are stupid. I hate to say that, but it's just the truth. A lot of our kids are stupid. Why? Because instead of being at home with them, helping with their homework, homeschooling them, teaching them the things that they're supposed to be taught, not even just on an academic level, but just on character and the way to be a human being, you're out working a job because you didn't want to do things in the right order. You wanted to work. So you've neglected the babies and now they're stupid. That's what we've done. They're fat because you're out working
Yeah.
instead of home cooking for them a decent meal.
Yeah.
They're eating fast food and drinking soda and being disgusting slobs and being led for a life of obesity and health problems because you didn't want to be
Facts.
a woman and cook. Our men are dying, we're fat, we're overweight because
Facts.
we're not cooking for ourselves or our men. The whole world is messed up. We're fat, as I said, the food system is completely crashing. All of our foods are ultra processed, and half of us don't even know how to cook from scratch.
Hmm.
Why? Because we're not actively doing it, because you don't have the time, because you want to work a job, because that's what fills your cup. Instead of being a woman, instead of sitting in your femininity, shutting up, letting a man lead, letting a man take care of you, letting a man provide, and you providing what you're supposed to provide as a woman.
They don't even know what they're supposed to provide as a woman. Unfortunately, those are the times we live in because they scream so much of equality, we're equal to men, that they forget what they're supposed to provide as a woman. They know what men should give them. They know that the man should protect me, he should pay all the bills, he should let me do whatever I want, he shouldn't ask me to cook, he shouldn't ask me to clean. They can list everything a man can do, but they cannot list everything a woman should do for a man. Those are the times we live in. She's definitely right. And like she said, eventually this goes back to the kids. Because I can guarantee you there's a 99.9% chance if a woman is a single mom and she has never been married, never been divorced, she hates men, the chances are her sons, her daughters are going to grow up with the same mindset. Because we know 99% chance the kids are growing up with her. So mothers influence kids so much. So the trauma, the cycle is going to keep repeating itself. So the kids get to suffer.
You don't want to do that because that's too hard. That requires too much shutting up for you. That requires too much of you putting your ego down from needing to be right about everything. That's what that does. So you don't want to do that. You would much rather go clock in, make some multi-millionaire, billionaire company, monopoly, whatever, franchise, all this money while all of us are struggling because of how you wanted to get down.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted to do. Now none of us can afford a house. Now none of us can have anything. Now everybody's suffering. And the funny thing is, the prisons are full. Why do you think the prisons are full?
There are no
Because
dads
a
in the
bunch of
house.
people are raised by single mamas.
Fact.
They need their dads.
Mm-hmm.
We need men. They need their
Mm.
moms too, but guess what? You don't even have the time to be a mom because you're out working
She wants to be
1,
independent.
2, 3 jobs to provide. Why? Because it was just so hard for you to get with the right man and you just sit down somewhere and take care of your kid and your
And shut
family
up.
and your man like you were supposed to as a woman. It's too hard for you. So you chose the route that you wanted to choose that made your cup feel full. That's not a flex. Flex is having healthy kids, a healthy husband, you being healthy, you being able to go to the gym whenever you want because your man is out there working and providing and you're inspiring him. You're giving him purpose. That's what you're doing. So you get to look and be the best that you can be and raise beautiful, functional kids that are getting good grades, that can read, that know multiple languages. That's the flex. Being feminine, being soft, looking your best, being attractive to your partner. All of that. Catering to his every whim, having your man be happy because you have all the time in the world to make him happy, to provide and be there for you and the kids, not financially per se, but just be there as a woman, cooking, cleaning, helping with homework, anything that they need. And guess what? Women who do that, they have those results, but you
Facts.
don't because you want to be into feminism. You want to have your ego inflated. You want to be out with your girlfriends telling you, oh, yeah, girl,
Doing
you're
brunch.
right. You're this, bump him, blah, blah, blah. That's your flex. That's what you want to do. And now we're all suffering. This whole world is crashing and burning because of your choices.
Facts. But you know what's going to happen? They're going to call it a pick me, like the rays do. They're going to call it a pick me. You guys see it in the comments all the time on social media. Anytime a woman says anything positive about men, anytime a woman says, like she literally said, we need men, just by that statement alone, she would lose all her friends. Because, like I already tell you guys, it's very rare these days to find a woman, even if she thinks like her, I wouldn't be surprised if she has like maybe 2 female friends at most. Because most women these days have the feminism mindset. And the woman who doesn't, if she doesn't cut herself from the women who do have that mindset, eventually it gets to her. Girl, why are you cooking your man a meal? Girl, you're not a slave. You shouldn't treat him like a king. Why are you doing all that for him? Does he pay you? It's like, I thought we're in a relationship. Why does your man have to pay you for you to make him a sandwich? But when the rent is due, you want him to pay it. You want him to pay the rent and you can't even make him a sandwich?